It's never pleasant.
Not a real good tasting drop, but any case.
The reason we did that today, Dr. Simmons did that, was so that we could get the best picture ahead of doing the procedure of your aortic valve. And look, what it looks like is that we can fit one of the current valves that I showed you into your own valve to fix this problem. I think we got a pretty good shot of actually putting it up through your leg, but it's a high wire act. I mean, the kind of calcium and rock that you have inside the aorta that stopped your surgeon from replacing your valve. Well, the same thing is happening in your legs. We're trying to do something where in medicine maybe 2 years ago people couldn't do. We may not be able to get the valve through these little spots, but my gut feeling is actually on the right-hand side, we have the highest chance, and we're very likely to be able to succeed. I'm confident that, we'll get it done in the next month.
That's great.
Fantastic.
There we go, we're right on the bone now. If you leave some of the wall behind, the whole process can start again. So it's ideal to remove these completely intact, and then you can be pretty confident that you've done the job and it's not coming back. And that's the last little bit. So there it is, quite soft and completely intact. And just so that we're confident about the diagnosis, if we just make a little incision in it, it usually has some little bits of white cheesy material in the centre, which just oozes out like that. And that's just sebaceous material, as we were talking about, those shed cells and a little bit of sweat. You could discard that knife now, thanks, which just slowly builds up on the inside. And if that could go off to pathology. Thank you. So now it's just a simple matter of closing it layer for layer and then putting the dressing on.
This is Ian's lower aorta and iliac arteries, and the problem, as you can see, is he has a lot of calcium all throughout the arterial system. Okay, the calcium's the very white stuff we see.
His artery is really like a rock.
It's really, really solid, like a little concrete pipe.
Jim, we need about 6.5 millimetres to be able to fit this valve in through his leg.
In the chest and in the upper abdomen, his aorta's fine.
It looks really big.
Plenty of room. So as we come down, and you can see the cross-sections down here, he's got a fair bit of calcium, almost a complete ring here, but the dimensions, he's got 11 millimetres as his narrowest diameter. That's still good. But the external,
look at that.
Here's a problem. It isn't complete calcium, but it's heavy calcification on both sides. Then the artery really narrows.
So this is really the challenge for us. I mean, this bit here is so oval. On the long side of the oval, it's big enough for the device, but then on the short side, it's too small. And really what we're not sure about here is whether Ian's artery will actually expand out this way when we put the tube in. To introduce the valve, because there's so much calcium here.
Exactly.
If we try and introduce this and we're wrong, the downside is that this artery will rupture, and this will be a serious problem for Ian.
Indeed.
We've just punctured the left femoral artery here just to get access. We're using the left side for our catheters that we need to visualize the heart valve. So what we're going to do right now is to put a pacing wire into Mr. McAleer's heart to allow us to generate standstill. We're going to have to pace the heart very fast so that it doesn't contract properly, so that it won't eject the valve. So now we're going to get access on the right side, which is where we're going to introduce the valve from the groin up to Mr. McAleer's heart. Because his artery is so calcified, we can't really do it through a keyhole technique. So what Dr. Wilson's going to do right now is actually directly cut down from the groin to access this artery in the groin, the femoral artery.
I'm Louise Toss, I'm the rehabilitation specialist. I work with all the child amputees here in the kids hospital. There's two important things that I need to do. Firstly, we need to try and get her operation scars and wounds healed as fast as possible so that we can get her up, which is I know what you're all here for and what you're keen to do. As soon as her wounds have healed up, we'll be casting for a prosthesis, an artificial leg for her. It takes a couple of days to make the leg, and then once we've done that, we'll be doing some physiotherapy, teach her how to rebalance. So I just wait for clearance from the surgeons that they're happy for her to stand on both the left and the right leg.
Yeah, that's good.
This blue tube here is what the valve travels through. And as we know from the CT, there is this spot that's a little bit elliptical and really calcified, and we're hoping to be able to get in through there. And if we can't get this in today, at some point we're going to have to open his chest. So this is a bit of a crunch moment. So this is the moment of truth. We're going to introduce the sheath. So we've sort of rotated in, so it's going nicely. Now we're on the crunch point here. I think we're past it. So this is going well. We're up in the abdomen here, the tip of it. We're just following it. It's a little bit of a squeeze, but it's going okay. You can see that the sheath is the tube in the middle, and you can see it's surrounded by these lines that are just the calcium. His whole aorta is just a rock. That was one of the pressure points of the procedure. Now we're going to try and actually get a wire through this very narrow heart valve so that we can cross it. Oh, look at that. We've gone straight across the valve. So that you can see the wire going straight across the valve there. So that's good, because often it's quite difficult. This wire will serve as the rail on which our heart valve, our transcatheter heart valve, is introduced.
So she'll still be really tired, okay? She just have to remember to be really gentle with her as well.
She's going to be really excited to see you.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Good.
Hello, gorgeous, come here.
Yeah. Good.
Have you got a new foot?
She was asking Abby.
Oh, brilliant. Hey, Abby, do you reckon you're allowed on there with her? Do you want to go and have a cuddle next to her?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, up.
Yeah.
There you go. You can both relax.
Oh, comfy bed.
Relax.
Is that nice?
Yeah, nice, yeah.
It's a little bit cute. You're such a love. Look at you.
So right now we're trying to put the valve through that blue tube sheath. You can see it there coming up, and it's about to come out of the sheath, and pops, out it comes. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the balloon that actually is going to be responsible for expanding the heart valve back to align to the heart valve. There's 2 dark markers above and below, and that's where the balloon is. And so we're just going to finely adjust it so that the balloon sits right in the middle of the valve so that we can deploy it. I think that's pretty good. So right now we're trying to negotiate this turn, and we've gone round that bend. So now we're trying to cross this valve. Okay, so we're right across the valve now, so that's good. Okay, pacing on, please. Pacing on. Okay, deploy, please. Okay. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, and down. Okay, and stop pacing now, please.
Pacing on.
So the valve's just been expanded in there.
The balloon comes down, and the valve is now in place. So he's got a whole new heart valve now.
You can see the valve is deployed now.
I think it's all right.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good.
That's a good position.
The coronaries are actually filling properly. The valve is well below his coronaries, which is a good result. So right now we're just going to try and close the hole in his groin. Hi, how are you?
Hi.
This is Michael Wilson, who's the heart surgeon. We're the partners in crime in this minimally invasive valve program.
How are you?
So, look, he's very good.
Yeah.
We were worried about the fact that the valve might not go up through the leg, but fortunately it actually went very well, and there was no trauma to the blood vessel there. And the valve went in, and it was pretty straightforward. And I think he's had a good result from it. So
That's fantastic. That's great. He's going to be so happy.
everything's gone really well. We did a lot of planning, and I'm glad that everything worked out as planned today. So
Well, thank you
we're
so
really
much.
relieved.
Thank you.
Sorry.
It's quite all right.
It's a relief.
It's been a long journey for
It has.
Ian,
It's been a very
hasn't it? I
emotional
mean,
few months. So
it's, since his operation in June, I mean, this is 5 months on, so you know, it's been a long journey, but I'm glad we got there.
okay, great.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't mean to cry.
That's quite all right.
I'm right.
Good.
I'm the less emotional one. Mum just would have thrown that. So, yeah, no, it's 5 months since Mum passed away.
Hello. Good to see you. Hello. Look, everything went fine. It was challenging. It was challenging, but it seemed to go well.
Yeah.
And the graft is certainly open now, which is a good sign.
She had an episode just before the bed was being pulled out of the room. Nothing happened during that
I
process.
hope she has no more, but time will tell. And you know, we hope the graft will stay open for a long term and then grow.
Yeah.
And I think the most important time is probably the first 24 hours.
Okay.
The main thing I worry about now is bleeding.
Yes.
The graft can block up, that can still happen.
Okay.
But bleeding is more of a concern.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
That's fine. All right, well, good to see you.
Thank you.
And I'll see your husband a bit later, I'm sure. So
Yes.
nice to meet you. Yeah, sure. All right. Okay, no problem. So I'll see you probably a bit later. Okay? And she'll go around to intensive care. We'll see you later.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay. You're right here. That's wonderful. Such a relief, isn't it?
Hi. Hi. My name's Renee. I'm the nurse here today. Come on in. Hold his hand. That's fine. So we're just giving him some medication. He's getting some painkillers, and also it's just to keep him sleepy. All right. So you can talk to him. That's fine. But he might not respond to you. Okay.
Can he hear us?
Yeah, we believe that they can hear us. Absolutely. Yeah.
Hey, Dad, everything went really, really well. They were able to go up through the leg, which is fantastic. It's great news.
Hi, Dad. It's Jane. Look at good colour. Be feeling $1 million soon.
G'day, guys.
G'day, how's it
she going?
Very good.
Hello, how are you?
Say hello.
She's running around, she's done a wee, all the right things are happening.
Fantastic. Has something to drink?
Yep.
And she's done a wee.
Oh yeah, we just changed the nappy just to double check, so.
All around. Fantastic. And the sticky's still there?
Yep.
Beautiful. Look at that.
Well done.
That's good. So off home with you guys.
Fantastic.
Any problems, don't hesitate to let us know.
All right.
Okay. And all being well, I'd like to see you guys in about 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
If she's fine, then we'll take all that off. You guys have been great.
Thank you so much.
She's been great.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, it doesn't bother the kids at all, this. It's the parents that have the stress.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Mackley.
Hi, Penny. How are you?
How are you?
Nice to
So,
see you.
and this is your daughter, is
Daughter
it?
Jane.
Jane, nice to meet you, Jane.
Hi, Penny.
So, Professor Ings asked me to come by and see you, just to let you know that everything's gone really well with the procedure.
Pleased
How are
about
you
that.
feeling?
Oh, 100%.
100%.
Almost.
Okay. Have you got up and had a walk around
Yeah,
yet?
this morning I went for probably, I don't know, about 100 metres or so.
And how did you feel?
And I felt reasonably normal.
Good. So, are you guys excited to have Grandad home?
Oh, yeah, we're very excited.
You missed him?
Yeah, a lot.
You sure?
Yeah.
Remember when Nan died?
Yep.
I got you to shop those letters in the grave.
Yeah.
And I told you I was going in there too. And the first thing I'd do when I get in that grave is open those letters and see if you said anything naughty about me.
No, it's been when we first saw Martin, it was the day before Mum's funeral. And so it's been a very emotional time for us. So we're pleased that it's gone well.
Good,
and, you know, so not only have you guys looked after us, but we know Mum's up there looking after Dad as well.
I'm sure she's very pleased too.
And 1, and 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3, 4.
That sounds good.
Ian's over the moon. He has a new lease on life. And he's making the most of time with his grandchildren.
Whoa, look at that.
And Alexandra is happy to be home and well enough to make some cookies for the family.
Hey, enough.
Next week,
Who's that?
and Sylvia has her first contact with home.
Can you blow Mummy a kiss?
I miss you, Mom.
So we will make you a lovely leg to walk on out of this, okay?
That's good.
All right.
And what's going to happen when Shelley wakes up.
It's horrible to see your daughter with all those things poking in the door.
Okay.